Hey everyone, we're back. My bad that everything went out for a minute. I just forgot that it was my turn to make dinner. And so I had to go do that. So I had to grill chicken. I had to make pasta. But everything okay. Alright. um that's working. Alright. So cake is at least working. Alright, that's cool. That's good. Alright, that's cool. That's good. Gross. Ugh. So we last left off on this video. Um it's still the same spot because I just paused it, realized I had to make dinner, and then left. So I haven't touched anything. Um I don't know if I no. Let's start it from the beginning. I forgot what the hell this is about. Either way, all I remember is that it's like some group of sick individuals.
Creepy accounts pretending to be kids. I came across a reel randomly, and it's led me down this weird rabbit hole of people using AI or dressing up pretending to go to school. They all seem to have high heels, check images in them. Is this an age play thing or something more sinister? Literally anything helps as I keep trying to look for answers. This post was made to the subreddit r/Instagram by the user numerouscut792 on April 15th, 2024. It featured screenshots of 3 bizarre-looking Instagram pages they had encountered earlier that day, with OP expressing concern that something truly disturbing was happening with these users. And those in the thread agreed. What the actual fuck? Found all of them and blocked them all. Truthsticks11 is seriously creepy to me. I've been trying to find more about them but can hardly find anything. Very weird account to say the least. The 3 accounts apparently belong to 3 different children. However, when combing through their posts, the content seems to imply something much more bizarre was afoot. Something truly disturbing. This post would be the start of a story that would eventually be picked up and shared all across the online world, becoming one of the more notorious internet mysteries in recent memory, as these accounts revealed an unending rabbit hole that is still being traversed to this very day, in an ongoing investigation into one of the most depraved oddities ever found on Instagram. This is the emerging story of Smart Schoolboy 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. School. I hope you like these photos. School is good.
We saw the AG1 commercial, so we're gonna skip it.
We'll return after these messages.
Beautiful boy, an account looked after by me, a degree-educated mother
My
choosing
bad,
to stay anonymous. This was the bio of the first account
My
pictured
bad,
in
Nick
the Reddit
Crowley.
post, an
I'm
account
sorry.
named Truthsticks11,
But we did see it.
which was
We
said to
did
be
see it on
operated
video.
by a
Look at the
12-year-old
past,
boy and his mother. Back in
hey.
October.
I know I'm stealing your content right now, but hey, you get 2 views at the price of 1. All right, I'm doing my best. Wait. Yeah, I got it. All right, cool. All right.
Of 2021, the duo would make their very first post, kicking things off on a somewhat concerning note, though not for their own page, but instead another account on the platform.
So, that's the account run by a man pretending to be a boy.
Like, I'm not even like trying to be mean or anything, but that doesn't even sound like a person, like a what the best, that doesn't even sound like a female. It sounds like someone that's trying to go high in order to pass as a woman. No, you can hear the breaks in their voice and stuff.
The video was created and posted by the mother for the sole purpose of warning others of a specific user who had been posing as a child online when in actuality he was a grown man who did this in order to get close to and exploit other children across the platform. It's the grim reality of this online world, as predators will do just about anything to get closer to children, and it's a reality often unrealized or even ignored by parents, which makes it almost refreshing that this mother was out here trying to raise awareness. These posts would become the crux of the account early on. They would call out this user and their many accounts again and again, eventually going more in depth about what this person would actually do, claiming that they had a strange perversion to dressing up as a young schoolboy. Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom, looking nice and being successful at school? Yes. This theme of calling out online predators would remain consistent throughout the years on Truth Sticks 11. However, after some time, the mother behind the account began to use the page for its initially intended purpose, to share photos of her son. The photos began reasonably normal, and would show this young boy studying at school, accepting awards from the principal, and even school presentations in which their son had attended, with the captions often boasting about how intelligent the young boy was.
The last thing I do truly remember is the black high heels, or something like that. Yeah, this creeped me the fuck
almost
out.
As if they were AI generated, and on top of this, they began to appear heavily edited in an almost inexplicable manner, with deep red lipstick often being added, which was enunciated by his face being turned pure white. This unsettling trend would continue from here, as with each passing post, the photos grew less authentic and more surreal.
Whoa. I don't know, that just gives me like...
Until they became straight
makes
up
my
disturbed,
back
even
like,
sickening. These bizarre edits spilled over past just the images too, as the posts began to appear as disjointed collages, often showcasing multiple grotesque images and paragraphs about how much this user loved school. And this wasn't the only shift either. At some point, the son behind the account began posting content that allegedly came directly from him, saying things like, "My really cool mom asked me if I'd like to post, and I said, yes please." He even shared supposed videos that he had filmed of himself, which were equally as unconvincing as his photos, and somehow even more chilling. The boy even shows off his singing in one of the clips. Though their voice sounds off.
Huh.
The account.
In times 5 speed, he sounded a lot better than when he did like.
The boy even shows off his singing in one of the clips.
Like, he had that like regular. Sounds like complete horse shit. But you put that at times 5.
The boy even shows off his singing in one of the clips.
They're actually hitting another da, 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 da.
Their voice sounds off. The account was overall anomalous and extremely off-putting, and though this content was visually alarming, another aspect made it even more so concerning, as over time, many of the images began to resemble CP, showcasing these fake AI children in explicit positions, with their faces sometimes even being photoshopped onto scantily dressed adult bodies. One thing is blatantly obvious about the Truth Sticks account: the supposed child behind it is not real. Even in the more passable photos at the very beginning, there's evidence to suggest that these were likely AI as well. And based on the disturbed, borderline illegal content that this page featured, it seemed more than likely that whoever was behind this page was not an innocent mother concerned for the welfare of other children, but instead, a predatory individual themselves. And this wasn't their only account. The second page featured on the Reddit post belonged to a user named GirlChloe12 and bore striking similarities to Truth Sticks. The page was also supposedly run by a child and monitored by their parent. Bizarrely, they also posted frequently about the dangers of online predators, with the wording of these posts and the editing being essentially the exact same as Truth Sticks, just not as over the top. These two accounts even frequently interacted with each other, thus providing a substantial link on its own, but by far the most compelling link between these pages is one that is easy to miss at a glance, with that being a blatant obsession with high-heeled mini boots. These shoes are mentioned or shown in virtually every single post made by these two users. At playtime, I'm sometimes running around with my really cool heeled footwear I wear with my uniform. After coming home from school, education isn't over for the day once the blue blazer, gray jersey, neat tie, white shirt, tailored close-fit gray trousers.
Okay, this is where I remember being last. So I'm gonna time it though.
And black heeled mini boots are in the wardrobe. No matter what they discussed, school uniforms and mini boots were always a talking point, which adds confirmation to something that is already becoming apparent. This is fetish content, not too unlike the bizarre accounts in the Pipergate rabbit hole. Fetish content centered around children. And what makes the Chloe account so disturbing is that AI was seemingly not used, and rather the images seem to be of actual children. Despite this disturbing distinction, these two accounts are cut from the same cloth, and all signs point to them being created by the same person. A person who, despite their constant warnings of the dangers of adults pretending to be children online, seems to be doing the exact same thing, as part of some sort of fetish, the extent of which we'll discuss later. But for now, one thing was for certain. These pages were not run by children, or their parents. So, who created them? Well, that brings us to our third and final account shown in that initial post. Smart Schoolboy 9 was much the same as the other two accounts. They warned of online predators, obsessed over high-heeled mini boots and school uniforms, and posed as a child despite clearly not being one. But Smart Schoolboy was different in one key aspect. The person behind the account was pretending to be a child, but they were doing so in a much more apparent manner, as they didn't use AI or stolen images of other kids to form their identity, and instead, they used photos of themselves.
Scheiße.
In the images posted on the account, we see what appears to be a fully
Bro built like the dude from Bully. Give me a second, give me a second. Scheiße. Why bro built like this? The fuck? Like it's almost 1-to-1, dude. Holy shit. I think the same guy. I think I found that guy.
grown man dressed in a
And I'm allowed to insult him because he's an alleged pedophile, and I do a lot more than insult if I could.
schoolboy's uniform. His face is painted pure white and has bright red lipstick, and he's of course wearing high-heeled mini boots. Characteristics
Scheiße.
that were all utilized across the other accounts, only this time it was done on himself, as he poses as a child pretending to go to school, as well as pretending to go through other life events common for preteens. And the photos aren't even the most disturbing part, as the account consists primarily
built
of
like old
videos.
Chris Chan, dude.
Oh. School. Hey, let me know if you like school.
Bro, you're fucking balding. What the fuck is that hairline, dog? Holy shit. Again, this is a Minecraft, but this is AI generated. But like, holy fuck, dude.
The videos are all incredibly off-putting. Some show him arriving
Fuck
home
is
from
that?
school.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. School.
Others show him claiming to be on the bus heading toward school.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm on the school bus.
And other videos showing him doing whatever this is. With these strange sounds and the process of sticking his tongue out appearing to be part of his fetish. As much like the other accounts, his content is overtly sexual, in its own bizarre way. In fact, there's a video of him with his full outfit on, where he shows himself staring into a mirror as he appears to pleasure himself, right out of view of the camera, as he stares into his own eyes. This account is
that's some like Buffalo Bill type shit. I'm half expecting him to be like, would you fuck me? 'Cause I'd fuck me. I'd fuck me hard.
are the most
That's
sickening
out of
part
nowhere.
of this whole rabbit hole, and also the most important. Interspersed throughout his page are
Well,
a few examples of what this individual's
what's that
voice
song called?
sounds like,
Science of the line for
This
those
is
of
quite
you.
good.
which just so happens to be the same voice heard in the very first clip shown on the Truth Sticks account,
A man pretending to be a boy.
meaning that this full-grown adult man is the one behind this entire rabbit hole. He's the one on these accounts pretending to be a child and their mother, getting some sort of sick satisfaction from whatever this is. And the worst part is, these activities aren't just kept behind closed doors. As we can see on numerous occasions, videos of him walking around outside in a public space, with his full outfit and face paint on.
Look at school.
It's truly one of the strangest things that I've ever seen, and making sense of what this all is extremely difficult. But based on the information found from this first Reddit post, a few likely conclusions can be put forward. This man is clearly attracted to the idea of being a kid, and I think OP was correct when they speculated that this was some sort of age play thing, but it's also clearly much more than that too, as based on the images that he's created himself, he clearly has some sort of attraction to other children as well, as he's quite literally created faux CP, the likes of which is so disturbing that I can't even really describe it either. He's creating fetish content, and he's using the likeness of children, and also some children that are clearly very real people, to do so. That much is obvious. But there was also the possibility that he was pretending to be a kid in order to exploit other children across the internet. At this point though, this was merely speculation, with much of the Smart Schoolboy 9 case remaining a mystery, and the rabbit hole was only getting deeper from here. Months after this rabbit hole was introduced to the online world, the story began to be shared all across the internet, most notably on the r/internet mysteries subreddit, where the case really took off. There, internet sleuths began uncovering just how vast this
bro should have posted it on 4chan. They would have had that son of a bitch's IP.
Web of accounts actually was, as it wasn't just these 3 pages. No, there seemed to be over a dozen, and likely even more that we still haven't found, as he's created his own sort of community, his own little world, where across each page he pretends to be a child, with these accounts typically following each other and frequently interacting, seemingly to make these characters appear as though they have real friends. On one of these pages, 12 Stockwell Joanne, he poses as a 14-year-old girl, using more AI images to depict explicit positions of this manufactured child, which I obviously am not going to show here. Though much like his Chloe account, he also shows images of very real young girls. But this isn't the most concerning part of this account, as on numerous occasions, he's shown images of children at a playground.
You sick
which he may have
bastard,
taken
dude.
himself. This fantasy of being a schoolgirl and taking part in these school-centric activities is something carried over throughout multiple of his accounts, with his most common alias being Stephanie, of which he has numerous different accounts featuring that same name.
Yeah, I'm Stephanie.
Again, that doesn't even sound like a
This Stephanie
chick.
character claims to be a 12-year-old aspiring poet, with accounts all across the internet, many of which showcasing examples of her poetry, which carries on those same distinct sexual undertones. I race to complete my poems when I've got an early start, heart racing, mixed rhythms, maximizing miracles, rice with rap, and on the map, my Kennington, London syllables, dancing though I know my underwear might show if I lean forward. Good. Stephanie Stansfield, 12.
The fuck?
But digging even deeper,
That
her
don't even
poetry has
rhyme.
even seemingly been featured in various articles and even newspapers, showcasing that this rabbit hole extends far past just the online world. This act is clearly their obsession,
Oh,
and he's been
ugly
doing
as
this
shit,
for
dog.
years,
Fuck.
with the earliest examples that I could find coming from all the way back in 2018. And this Stephanie character seems to be his go-to alias, embodying it in even the literal sense.
Again, this is an act. What the fuck?
As in one of his many pages dedicated to this Stephanie character, he dresses as her, wearing a wig and a dress, as he pretends to be a 12-year-old girl.
Bro ain't even trying.
Almost
dog.
immediately after
Holy
this case
fuck.
began gaining traction, the true magnitude of this rabbit hole was revealed. Across every single account are countless depraved posts and oddities that all could warrant discussion, but by far the most important discoveries were those that didn't actually occur on his own page, and rather the pages of other actual children. Do you like school? I do. It is good. You have some cool shirts, but I have to wear school uniforms to school. It is nice, but casual isn't allowed, and it's quite hot here in the UK, as the month of June suddenly got warmer. These are 2 examples out of many that show Smart Schoolboy 9 reaching out and attempting to befriend young children online. In one comment, he even warns a child about other comments from bad people, stating that, "It happens to most boys in our age group, but stay safe, stay cool, don't be dismayed by creeps." This is our best evidence that these accounts weren't just made for age play. No, he's actually posing as a child in order to make friends with other children. And given his overtly sexual interests and aversion to CP, it's not hard to gather why he was doing this. And these examples are only what we found so far. It's possible that there are dozens, or who knows, maybe even hundreds of other comments out there, hidden on unknown children's accounts. This is predatory behavior. The man behind Schoolboy 9 is a predator. And in case there was still any doubt of whether or not this was a sexual thing, here's what he had to say about being a 13-year-old girl. But have his tactics actually worked? Well, the frightening thing is, no one knows if he's actually been... Tactics actually worked. Girl.
Gross.
But have his tactics actually worked? Well, the frightening thing is, no one knows if he's actually been successful or not, or even what specifically he's looking for. We just know that he's trying to reach kids, as evidenced not only by...
Bro, Bill, like, fuck. Bro, Bill, like, this thing is hot shit, dude. That's a damn shame. A damn shame, dog. Scheiße.
His comments, but by the fact that he's solely following children on all of these pages. And though it's easy to look at these accounts and know that something is off, for children, it's not that simple, especially...
Never mind, I found it. Bro, built like this, dude. Fuck is that?
Even what specific showcasing photos of actual kids. Which brings up another frightening detail. Many of the images he's used of children have not been traced back to their original creator, and some seem to appear for the very first time online publicly on this man's pages, which might mean that he was sent them privately. There's even one image that David posted on his Schoolboy account, which shows another kid that he claimed to be on a playdate with, though it's impossible to say if this is real or not. For now, we just don't know for sure.
Wait, give me a second. Mama Mac's sisters look like something's happening. Something is brewing tonight. We'll keep you updated. So, not to cause a big argument or cast doubt, but commentators got the screenshots and the question and a few points raised. Nothing new has divulged that wasn't already known. No time, date, stamps on the messages. No replies to any of the messages. Those are perfectly lined up with the source that cut out the replies. You'd expect them to be a bit off. I was wondering if there was a course of diligence was done. Diligence. Fuck. How the fuck up diligence? Just wondering if there was due diligence. What due diligence was done to verify these screenshots? The source has given more information on the thread, but the messages from Spencer seem off. The mod team verifies every claim and compares the provided proof or information against multiple sources in order to verify the DMs. We confirm this user's identity and relationship with Spencer, as well as compared to the claims and information on the DMs against information provided by another verified source who is unrelated. I should probably show you that. I just don't want to mess with the full screen it. The monitor. The DMs against information provided by another verified source who is unrelated to the user. The primary source of those information helps us verify claims not currently available to the public, but will be released within the next few days. The mod team does not allow unsustainable claims, and any claims of this nature go through multi-step verification process to ensure the accuracy of the information. Since the subreddit has become the primary source for any commentary videos about Max over the last 7 months, we make it a point to keep all the information relevant and verified. And then there's another thing. The Mama Max is trying to come back. Exclusivity of a verified source releasing tonight on during YouTube. Subscribe to be notified. So I guess we'll keep that in there. It's at 2 p.m. so it should probably be out by now. We'll add that to the docket. And I'll probably another short stream, but fuck, I should do that. Go back in this stream.
Though given the fact that he's reaching out to children, posting fetish content centered around children, and has even potentially photographed kids in the wild, one thing is for certain: Smart Schoolboy 9 needs to be stopped. Finding this man and reporting him to law enforcement quickly became the top priority for those investigating the case. And luckily, he left several glaring clues behind that made this process a whole lot easier. On numerous occasions across his many pages, he would post images and videos of specific locations, even showing streets and mentioning very particular areas in his poems, all of which centered around the London area, immediately giving us an idea of where he was located. And that wasn't all. I mentioned how the alias of Stephanie was one that he used more so than any other, but what's interesting is that there was another name used just as often across his accounts, brought up time and time again, though it's a name that he never seemed to call any of his characters. Instead, he simply referred to this person as a stepbrother or a father, or even a friend from school, despite never actually picturing him, just mentioning his name: David. And sure enough, after connecting a few dots, it would be revealed that this person's actual name was in fact David Alter, with a man being 59 years old.
Scheiße, bro's old as shit.
At the moment, it doesn't appear that David has any past criminal convictions or documented history of this behavior, but we do know that thanks to the investigation done on Reddit and Discord, he is currently being investigated by local authorities, which will hopefully put an end to his online behavior and shine some more light on who this person actually is. As for the time being, the only other information that we really know about David is that he likes to write poetry and he makes music.
I think I hear a running tram going back in time, not out of kind. I think I like a little lemon and lime. Say Marianne, hey Steely Dan, I like the sound of that running tram.
And his name also appears in a random newspaper, where he's discussing the importance of kids wearing school uniforms. And that's really all we have at the moment. Though there is one very important aspect that we have yet to talk about in relation to this man, with that being David's mental state. Some believe that David is a mentally unwell individual who potentially doesn't know the extent of what they are doing. Now, even if this is the case, his behavior still needs to be stopped, and he needs to be given proper help to assure that no one else gets hurt by his actions. But it is important to note that David is far more intelligent than he lets on, as his personal accounts show us that he is fairly well-spoken and articulate, and throughout his problematic content, most of his bad grammar and strange verbiage seems to be his attempts at more authentically trying to replicate a child, but it's impossible to know for sure. But what we do know is that David is extremely manipulative, with his response to the situation and other clues littered across his accounts showing us that he seems to know what he's doing, and he knows that it's wrong. Since the exposure of David's accounts, he hasn't silently slithered away like most other predators would. Instead, he's actually responded on more than a few occasions, lashing out to those who have DM'd him, calling them the perverts and predators. He even left a comment on his Joanne account seemingly directed at himself, writing, "You are really sad. And if that's your name, David, be honest with yourself. You're 50, as you said elsewhere. You reply to me, a girl, as if I'm your buddy? No chance ever." This is something David does all the time. It's projection, and it started all the way back at the beginning of this rabbit hole.
So, that's the account run by a man pretending to be a boy.
And he continued posting these predator exposés, along with other warnings about predators on the internet across every page he made, each of which being hyper-specific to his own predatory ways and fetishes. The things he accuses others of are blatant projections of his own dark vices. And I can think of two reasons why. Number one, that this makes his account look safer to other parents and children. It gives the appearance that he's not another internet creep because he's actively calling them out. It's a way to build trust in order to befriend and exploit kids. And number two, he knows what he's doing is wrong. And this is his bizarre way of self-reporting, probably to make himself feel better about what he's doing. And it's obvious based on just how accurate these claims against others are to him. Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom, looking nice and being successful at school? Yes. And these claims are made over and over again, as each time he calls someone out, he's further exposing himself, which becomes more concerning when you realize that these projections seemingly aren't strictly pedophilic. Within those eerily familiar expose posts he made on Truthsticks 11, he mentions how this user not only wanted to exploit children online, but they wanted to kill them as well.
What the hell?
As he mentions that this user has a clear interest in cannibalizing kids, and even performing ritualistic sacrifices on them. And based on how accurate all of the other exposures are to himself, I have no reason to believe that this isn't part of his MO as well.
So is he another Albert Fish? Peanut butter? Sick bastard? And for those of you who know who Albert Fish is, he is an American serial killer and a deplorable piece of shit. You shouldn't look him up. But he also had a fetish for little boys and girls and ate one. And I'm pretty sure, like, if you look up Albert Fish, like, the thing that he's most well known for is sending a letter to the parents of a young girl that he killed and ate, and then said that her butt tasted good or some shit like that. Fucking pedophile.
Crazy as that may sound, this also seems to coincide with some of the content he's posted that I can't show you, as some of these photos show children edited in contorted positions, including some where he's added what appears to be rope to give the illusion that they're tied up. And what makes this even more disturbing is that on his accounts he's posted numerous photos in the vicinity of schools, on nearby secluded trails, and even some where he discusses what time school starts and ends, saying that he likes to be awake and ready for it. There's even photos that show other children outside from a distance, almost as if David was stalking them. This is highly concerning. Even if we don't know truly how low this man's perversions get, he is still far too close to children, which is perfectly encapsulated by this photo of him on a school playground during the day. And with his disturbing desires, I don't even want to imagine what he's capable of. Which brings us to the final piece of content that I need to talk about. Chasing another boy running in heeled mini boots. This was the text shown on screen during a short video posted onto one of David's many accounts. And in the video, we see the man pointing the camera at himself, showing his full face of white makeup and red lipstick. This video is edited more egregiously than any others I've seen across his page, with multiple explicit images and huge emojis covering the majority of the screen. Though just barely enough of the footage can be seen that shows David as he turns the camera around, revealing a young boy. Who he then proceeds to chase after, giggling all the while. Whether this was an edited video or a real occurrence, we don't currently know. David's doings are a mystery that will take some time to unravel, and my hope is that law enforcement will be able to follow through and help shed some more light on this individual, and finally put an end to his twisted behavior. But at this point, only one thing is for sure. The story of Smart Schoolboy 9 is far from over.
Been archived and sent to law enforcement. I've been investigating this case for the past few weeks. Scheiße. Well, that was terrifying. When Mr. Beast fired Jake the Viking.
I mean, I don't know if him asking for money is true, but if that is true, I see that as like wildly unethical and also a good reason to fire him. You know, this seems like a good reason to fire Jake if he's asking / begging contestants for money. That seems weird. I mean, isn't that money they should be getting? This guy's been supporting Mr. Beast being exposed the entire time. Why Mr. Beast fired Jake the Viking? All right, well, we'll see if there's anything with merit in here. I don't know why he was fired.
Captain, where the heck did you just get that information from? Well, he did ask me for some money. That's some top information, though. I don't know whoever told you that is crazy.
Wait, that's the guy that won $1 million in the Mr. Beast video. Did Jake the Viking ask him for money? Is that what's being said there? I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm too excited. Let's watch this.
Mr. Beast has been all over everyone's feeds a lot.
What the hell is this, Sunny V2?
Well, I'll watch this. I should just watch the video instead of watching Tom watch a video. There it is. It's kind of messed up that he has more views than that Tom has more views than the actual fucking video.
Where the heck did you just get that information from? Well, he did ask me for some money. That's some top information though. I don't know whoever told you that is crazy.
Mr. Beast has been all over everyone's feeds a lot recently, originally starting with his association with Ava Chris Tyson and the grooming allegations being made against her. Jimmy himself addressed the situation, distancing himself from Chris and putting out a statement on Twitter in an attempt to shut things down and remove a bit of the heat. However, things have only escalated massively since then. Since Jimmy addressed the Chris Tyson situation, a number of ex-employees and associates have since come forward with their own allegations, creating a mass—
I'm pretty sure it's just like people that want money, people that want fame, and then if they do start like a class action lawsuit for anything, they'll like be entitled to money or compensation, and then if they settle out of court, I'm pretty sure they're like obligated to pay everyone a certain amount. But I think for the most part it's just like employees that were like either dissatisfied with the work or dissatisfied with the pay, simply just wanting a piece of that pie, you know. And since Mr. Beast is like a big thing, and then they see the whole Ava Chris Tyson thing that happens, they just want a piece of that money, that pie.
Massive chain of events that shows a pattern of extremely manipulative, controlling, and downright disgusting behavior. One of the more serious allegations being made against Mr. Beast is about the way he, his massive team, and his very expensive lawyers love to cover up their deplorable behavior. Today's video is going to be focusing on two specific cover-up allegations: the real reason that Jake the Viking was fired, and the PDF file allegations against an ex-crew member and employee who happens to be Jake's own brother-in-law. As crazy as it might seem, these two situations that seem to be connected are actually completely unrelated. Jake has been making a lot of noise on Twitter lately, with multiple posts directed at Jimmy himself, going on to claim that Jimmy knew, that the silence is deafening, and that it just keeps getting worse. All of this directed at someone who Jake had led us to believe he was on good terms with, until July 27th, when Jake tweeted, "After seeing all this, I'm glad they fired me." Now, if you're unfamiliar with Jake, he was one of the key group members from the earlier days of Mr. Beast. He made his first appearance on the channel on June 23rd, 2018, in a video titled, "Do Water Repellent Shoes Actually Work?" He helped out in a lot of physical challenges and was a consistent on-camera personality all the way up until his last appearance in the video titled $60,000 Extreme Hide and Seek Challenge, which was uploaded on January 18 of 2020. This was the last we'd see of Jake for 3 months, until he uploaded a video on his own channel titled "Why I Left Mr. Beast." In this video, Jake goes on to explain that it was a mutual party, and that he and Jimmy didn't have any type of falling out or argument, that it was something that he was already—
That's the thing this dumbass did. He, for clout, he said that he left on his own accord. Then for more clout, he said he got fired as soon as the Ava Chris Tyson things happened, even though right here he's saying that it was mutual. And then he dropped another video saying that no one needs to, he doesn't need the clout because he played college football for some buttfuck nowhere team, and no one even fucking knew. And the only reason I knew was because I had to look up Jake the Viking on Google, and then it was like the third Google search, so no one fucking cares about your stupid damn college football. You didn't even go fucking pro.
contemplating. He says,
my piece no longer fit the puzzle. If that's the best way to put it. But it was a mutual leaving. I had already shown, well, I'd already told him multiple times, you know, what I wanted to do was kind of be my own boss, do my own thing. You know, I like streaming. I like being able to get in front of the camera.
So right, you were just trying to like ape some of Mr. Beast's fans that liked him for some fucking reason.
Entertain people through playing video games or whatever it is. I wanted to be able to make my own videos. You know, I wanted the opportunity to travel and to go places and not be held back.
Unfortunately, after seeing Jake's posts on Twitter and investigating this ourselves, we found these statements to be very far from the truth. To uncover what really went down between Jake and the Beast crew, we need to go back a few years to when the real story begins. On November 15th in 2019, Mr. Beast uploaded the first of a 6-video series for his biggest giveaway yet, $1 million. In the first 4 parts of this series, you see Jake, alongside Chris, Chandler, and Marcus, each paired up with a contestant, similar to a mentor, to assist them in challenges and make the overall experience more comfortable. The winner from each of these 4 episodes will go on to compete in the final episode for a chance to win $1 million, 10% of which is to be given to the winning contestant's mentor. Jake was doing well, with 2 contestants into the grand final and a 50-50 chance of winning $100,000. It's been alleged to us privately by ex-Mr. Beast employees that the real reason Jake was let go was that he attempted to coerce multiple contestants in this challenge into giving him large chunks of their winnings, much larger than the $100,000 share that he would have been entitled to if his contestant had won. This is a claim that we were unable to prove until we joined a YouTube live stream by Mantonice, a contestant who participated in these challenge videos and won the $1 million.
You're already getting $100K, dude. What the fuck do you want more for? Jesus.
Prize. We joined Mantonice's stream and asked him this.
Is it true that Jake Devine was fired because he tried to guilt trip you on business? Where are you getting your information from? Where are you getting this information from, Captain? Where the heck did you just get that information from? No, I truly want to know. Where's y'all getting this stuff from? I don't know why Jake the Viking got fired. Hey, all I'm gonna say is go ask him. I don't know anybody else's business. By the way, I'm not under NDA or anything like that. But like, I don't know why he got fired. I'm not here to tell anybody business. I don't know. Like Eli, what I'm saying to you, even if I did know, like that's his business. I don't go around spreading like hate in the world. But talking about Jake the Vikings financial situation is not something I, would do.
While there was no initial confirmation from Mantonice, when we pressed him further about his experience with Jake personally, he had this to say.
Did he ask you for any of that when you won? Well, he did ask me for some money. Yeah, he did. I don't know if that's why he got fired or not, but yeah, he did. I gave Jake some of my earnings, but yeah. That's some top information though. I don't know whoever told you that is crazy. I didn't know if that's why he got fired, but yeah, he did. He did ask me for some of my earnings.
Because he's already getting 900K. See, 100. Okay, divided by 5. For 5 days of work, he gained like $20,000. And he had 2 people, so yeah, it's making fucking a decent amount of money. I fucking wish I made 50K and Jesus. I might have done my math wrong.
But it was during the video. He did. He asked me for some of my earnings if I win, because he was telling me during the challenge behind the scenes, like bringing me food and stuff.
Yeah,
but
20K.
I ended up not giving him the amount that I said I was gonna give, because we had all sat down and talked it over, and I gave him, I want to say about 10,000. I think I gave Jake 10,000. I'm a nice person, y'all.
Mantonice himself says that although he's not aware of the real reason Jake was fired, he did confirm that he was in fact asked for money by Jake during the game's recording. We've reached out to the other contestants who competed in the challenge to confirm their individual experiences, as well as the Mr. Beast team and even Jake himself, but at the time of publishing this video, we had not received a response. This investigation has uncovered another incident in the chain of many that are now being exposed when it comes to Mr. Beast and the false veneer that has been covering up a pattern of exploitative and unacceptable behavior from his employees over the years. This now brings us to the second allegation to be addressed in this video, the PDF file, who was deeply entrenched within the Mr. Beast crew.
It also happens that the PDF file that was working with Mr. Beast that Jake the Viking was trying to drag some clout on was Jake the Viking's fucking brother-in-law, and then that dumb piece of shit was trying to defend that shit. Fuck no.
Is an ex-Mr. Beast employee who was
like, I wish I did the video just shitting on Jake the Viking, because I always knew that he was a dumb piece of shit since I first saw his fucking video. Or since he first started trying to dig out some fucking clout for his irrelevant ass.
2 separate videos on his and another staff's experiences while working for Mr. Beast. If you haven't seen these videos, I recommend you check them out, and I've linked them in the description below. In part 2 of this ongoing series, Dawson, alongside with Jake Weddle, another ex-employee, go on to explain that for a long period of time, Mr. Beast knowingly had a convicted PDF file on his crew. This employee was openly referred to as Delaware.
To destroying Delaware's house, cheers!
They were given this nickname because it's the state where they committed the crime. These allegations have been confirmed through public records and photo identification from the state's sex offender registry. What we weren't expecting was who the PDF file actually is. Ex-user Smaggledaggle was able to confirm that this person is Jake the Viking's own brother-in-law by discovering an old tweet reply from Jake himself back in 2018, which says, "They are calling my brother-in-law / manager Delaware," and because that's his name. Not exactly a great run so far for Jake the Viking. I've blurred sensitive information about the offender, but as you can see from the two photos, they're a pretty distinctive match. There's a lot of allegations out there already, with Jimmy being able to lean on plausible deniability up until now, but I think it's going to be hard to plausibly deny your friend and employee is a PDF file when he earned his nickname by becoming a sex offender in that state, a friend that you built a brand new house for, live on video. It's already been a crazy few weeks for Mr. Beast, with the allegations continuing to snowball for Jimmy and his team. We don't know what's going to come next, but things seem to be developing quickly. Dogpack is urging any victims to come forward, a post I've linked to below. While editing this video, there's been some additional updates I wanted to share. One, the first is that Jake has put out a new statement on Twitter regarding the Delaware situation. He has confirmed that his brother-in-law is in fact Delaware, a registered sex offender, and that Mr. Beast knew this prior to hiring him to be a part of the Mr. Beast team. The statement reads, "Here's the truth. Yes, Delaware is my brother-in-law. Yes, he is a registered sex offender. When he was 21, a 16-year-old girl..."
Yeah, and then the whole thing that pisses me off about this fucking tweet is that you have a fucking registered sex offender in your fucking family. You're going against Ava Tyson, who doesn't have anything like hardcore proving that they did anything with kids, aside from like messaging them inappropriately, which you still shouldn't do. But legit, your brother-in-law was accused and freaking convicted of it. Like, yeah, you could say like, oh, he took a plea deal, bitch. If he had nothing, if he was innocent, he would have fought that. No innocent person is gonna go in there and just fucking lose a fucking case or draw in a case like that. You'd fight tooth and nail to be like proving yourself not a pedophile. I guess that's what any rational fucking person would do. But no, Jake the Viking, like, oh, he was only 21. Like, I don't give a fuck about his age. He's a pedophile,
and
dog.
Others of sexual assault when she was 11. Delaware took a plea deal. That's why there was no jail time, but he still had to register. His nickname isn't Delaware because he can't go back to Delaware. He's from Delaware. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He's been back several times. He was hired before I was, and was actually the reason I got hired at Mr. Beast. Before being...
Also, this fucking nobody fucking football player wannabe was a Nepo baby. Because his brother-in-law got him fucking hired.
Being hired, Delaware sat down with Jimmy and Sue.
So legit, all of Jake the Viking's success didn't come from his own fucking like hardworking grinding. It's just him being well connected with people. So again, Nepo baby, piece of shit. Probably did bad in football. That's why I didn't go pro and decided to make YouTube videos with fucking Mr. Beast.
Jimmy's mum and explained to them everything. So yes, Jimmy knew. But again, this incident happened in 2010. Delaware was hired in 2017/2018. Delaware was also let go from the company before I was. Delaware was supposed to be a behind-the-scenes manager, but in a couple of videos, he was asked to partake because we needed people. He was reluctant, especially in the straitjacket video because of his charges, and that's why he wore the mask. Delaware's charges are set to be dropped this fall. Delaware has been nothing but a good person, an amazing husband to my sister, and the best father to my two nieces that I could ever ask for. They want no...
That's the thing that I don't get about this part of this fucking tweet. Oh, he was a good person. You know who else was a good person until they got found out? Fucking BTK, dude. Everyone thought that he was just a pillar of the community, a good father. His own fucking family thought the same exact thing until he got caught because he's a fucking retard. So just because they're a good person to you doesn't mean that they're a good person to anyone. And I'm pretty sure outside of like your family, he's probably diddling kids, or at least diddling himself to freaking like online kids, dude. Fucking disgusting piece of shit trying to defend a pedophile.
No part in this and want to just live their lives away from the limelight. I understand why anyone would be upset and frustrated over these allegations, and I do not blame them. Hurting kids in any way is completely unacceptable. But in the case of Delaware, I firmly believe he did nothing wrong.
Shut the fuck
and look forward
up.
to the day these charges are dropped.
Then in the case of fucking Ava Tyson, they didn't do anything wrong aside from messaging a minor, which you clearly, if your brother-in-law is convicted of essaying someone under the age of like, underage, then you should be fine with them just talking about stuff like that and not going on a fucking witch hunt just because they're trans. Dumb.
Thank you. It seems pretty crazy to be publicly defending a convicted sex offender, but my guess is that Jake just wants to protect his family. We don't know the full details, and I'm entirely against a witch hunt, so please refrain from attacking Delaware and those involved. 2. The second update is that Jake has also been going back and forth with Keemstar on Twitter for the last couple of days. I put these posts up on the screen if you want to pause and read them yourself. In the post...
It's not much fun to a question. This is true. Jimmy knew no accountability, none the deficit sentencing.
Keem has accused Jake of flying a minor out to record a video where he introduced them to Delaware without any acknowledgement of his prior records. We're still waiting to see a response from Jake regarding this
I went to the dude's house and I said, Scheiße.
accusation. The situation is ongoing, and things seem to be heating up more and more for Jake. Jake, we look forward to your response on the alleged pressuring of contestants into giving you money. I'll be posting
I'm pretty sure this faggot's gonna fucking scoot as soon as he's able to.
regular updates
He's
as they
not
rise.
accountable
so make sure
for
to follow
anything.
and subscribe here and on Twitter to stay in the
Like, as you clearly saw, he's a Nepo baby through and through. That's probably how he got positioned in the fucking football team, too.
loop with any responses
Probably calls
and the
them all their
fallout of all of
losses.
this, which is almost guaranteed to come. I'm Captain Howdy, and thanks for watching.
Alright.
Anuncio inteligente.
And then this is the last video, and then I'm gonna leave. Because I like Isekai D&D by Rustage. You guys should watch it. It's pretty good. Pretty funny. Fuck.
That's an actual. This is too much for me. I'm just gonna get out of here. That's an actual fucking dragon. That thing is
What if he's
huge.
friendly?
I feel like we could take a dragon.
Yeah, I'm with Norman, or not Norman, fucking
Tony.
Old Tony on this.
There you go.
I'm
Yeah.
really willing to stay here right now. Fuck that.
Before we leave, we look at the altar. What do we see? Like, what is?
All right.
Is there like a little hole in it for like a?
That's the bit that's being covered up. You can't tell which one of yours, if it's any of yours, pendants it would be.
I'm gonna ask Drew.
Yeah.
Good friend Drew, because I don't know anything about dragons.
All right.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, what's up? You doing those lifts? You getting those gains? You doing leg day, arm day, chest day, stomach day, face day, ear day,
Fucking move.
eyebrows.
Ear day, you know.
Scheiße.
Yeah.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
I had a question because I don't know much about like dragons.
Dragon D's nuts! Woo! Yeah! Got him! Fuck yeah! You got it, Drew!
Hey. Dragon D's nuts. Fuck.
Yo, did you just get Dragon D nuts choked on? That's what the picture make it look like.
That didn't happen. Drew's my friend. He wouldn't do that to me.
Bro, no.
Drew.
Yes.
Buddy.
Yes. Sorry.
Or Dragon's friend.
Dragon D's nuts!
Damn. Got him.
Cody, are you alright?
You look like you're about to have a brain aneurysm.
The G Fuel thing. Thanks. And then the devil's luck.
I don't even. What is that song? I don't know what that song is. What song am I singing?
I don't know. I think that's the theme song of something.
Right. What is it?
Isn't that the theme song of Hawaii Five-0?
Is it Hawaii 5? That makes so.
So Cody, what did the gods say about the dragon?
Dragon D's nuts. You fucking old idiot.
Fuck.
So Cody, what did the gods say about the dragon?
Dragon D's nuts. You fucking old idiot.
Got him. God, this is so funny.
I don't know if a 13 is high enough for me to get that. I think it is. All right. Yeah.
I love that we're laughing so hard. This dragon should definitely walk.
Oh no, that's true. Wait, how loud did you say Dragon D's nuts, Cody?
Pretty fucking loud.
You say Dragon D's nuts, and the dragon goes, "My what?" And then, to be continued. Yeah, by the way, Cody, your dragon said that most of the time are not very friendly.
He had the answer. He had the fucking answer.
I've been sitting here trying to like calmly suggest we leave so I can gather the resources to make a pipe bomb, because canonically my character knows how to do that and has made pipe bombs.
That was great.
That was the
good episode, guys.
That was the 1 hour episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
God.
Stuff about like monsters or creatures that we used to have records of but have been blotted out for some reason from our history books. Like, so good. So good.
I love it too, just like some Boston blue collar guy just being like, yeah,
hi,
hey Frank, yeah, it's Paul. Yeah, man, I'm seeing all kinds of weird shit down here. Like, it's really old.
Alright, if you guys haven't seen Creepcast and you like scary stories and stuff, and I'm just shitting on some of them, you guys should go watch it. It's pretty much just like a read along, like a virtual what the fuck are they, like an ebook. It's kind of like that, that they like intertwine it with their own comedies, and then if they don't like the story, they just completely fucking shit on it. It's funny. It's with Wendigoon and Meat Canyon, two goats. I should go check it out. They're pretty hilarious. It's pretty entertaining too.
Like the stick men drawn on the walls with all kinds of weird, and there's diapers. There's tons of diapers. So I don't know. I'm just gonna keep working and not really give a shit. So I'll let you know when we're done. See ya.
Look, buddy, I clock in and out. I put my 9 to 5 in, get an honest day's work. I'll fight whatever demon monsters you want me to. But after 5 o'clock, I'm checked out.
11:14 a.m. He's just like, we're getting ready to break for lunch. Just letting you know, I did find an army of beetles. It's like beetle people. I don't know how else to describe it. They're like insect men. I really don't know how else to say it. So we're probably just going to plow on through and see what we can do. But I got Subway in my car. I got a cold cut combo. So I got to get down to that. And I'll let you know. See you later.
Hey, look, pal, you're talking about sending security guards down here to take care of the beetle people? Look, pal, I'm in the union, all right? Yeah. If they're on my site, it's my job, all right? So if you're going to undercut me, hire some contractor to come in here, that ain't happening. I'll get the Teamsters up in here, all right?
I'm not going to lie.
You respect my work, I respect yours.
Paul is becoming a favorite of mine. Message 1. What's message 2? Need to hear message 2 to see if he's still one of my favorite characters.
All right, message 2.
I'm calling in some guys who have a day off, so hopefully things will get a little closer to normal,
Scheiße.
I don't know how the hell this happened, but possession of the tunnel there caved in is clear. Tunnel's been wired up with a few lights, too. Wanted to see if maybe you sent someone in while we were all shift. Night crew said you didn't, but I didn't see anybody else either, so... But a few of the guys said they'd seen something running around in the woods surrounding the site. I figured it's probably a deer or whatever, but seeing all the ruckus we're making out here,
What?
For safety's sake, we're going to avoid the tunnel until I get back from you. All right, bye now.
Love Paul. I like Paul. I love Paul because Paul says this. Yeah, I came down and, that blocked-in tunnel? Yeah, it's clear. And like an electrician came in and strung up lights. People thought that they saw something, and they thought they saw a deer. Which I thought that was weird. Is a deer supposed to string up the lights in the tunnel? But it turned out it was just a tall guy. So it's like, how'd you get that confused with one another? Nah, it's a 9-foot tall man walking around the woods.
Look, pal, if you're hiring some tall guy to come in here and pull our job, buddy, we're in the union. All right, Frank, you better.
Frank, you are pushing my buttons. First the bug people, and now you have a human ladder putting up lights. All right, need you to let us know because this is our contract.
He did say that he thought the deer did it. He said that
the flow of that sentence, the way he structured, he's like, I thought it was a deer.
He said first I thought it was a deer they were seeing, but then they all swore it looked like a tall man.
Yeah, but it's insinuated, at least for me, whenever I was listening to it, and I could be wrong, and I know you and all the viewers can say I'm wrong.
I like the image more of a deer
putting up wires. And he had a DeWalt drill, and he was putting up lights. But it turned out it was just a 9-foot tall man.
Look, that guy in my crew. So if you have some other crew in here, you need to let us know. All right?
And they're all sick as dogs. All my guys are sick. I did DoorDash about 60 pounds of Mongolian fried chicken last night. They're not feeling well after the altercation with the bug people. And the 9-foot-tall man, I think, did do something to the water supply. I don't know, Frank. All I know is my guys are royally pissed. Call me back.
The guy you sent out to take photos just left, but, well, he seemed totally fine when he
God, I need to watch the Greylock video, because they also do, like, little watch-alongs with, like with this one, they did, like, the Greylock series. And, so yeah, like right there. They do, like, a Creep TV where they just go over, like, the thing and stuff. So I think I might just go watch it by myself. Because I don't want to steal any more content. Because today is pretty much just me stealing, yapping. First I did the R6 reveal trailer, and then I did this.
done. Also, we found
Fuck
some
is
really
this?
old shit down there. We got a guy on the crew who used to do archaeology work or whatever.
SS?
I do find that line funny. I know.
What?
I know.
We found a Mesopotamian pyramid down here, Frank. And one of the guys on the crew, he's dug a couple of these up before too.
Archaeological work.
And,
like it's like you used to work in retail. Like
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
a common thing every crew has.
I'm just saying he's dug up some of these pyramids before, and he says that this is kind of old, Frank. Also, like it's
You
just
know,
like
not an expert Mesoamerican archaeologist, if you ask me, but he does have some history with like runic examples of the ancient, of lost tribes dating pre-12th century. So he's all right. He knows most of the edges.
He said that he's seen these gargoyle statues before. And we keep reading them. We keep trying to read the names out loud, but we keep going blind when we read it. So I don't know what's happening down here, but if you could give me a call. I also like how just nonchalant he is too. He's like, man, Frank, I'm telling you, there's a lot of crazy shit down here.
Frank, there's a lot going on, Frank. I
think it's a bit serendipitous because we did offer the Mongolian fried chicken to the guy you sent out, but he didn't eat it, and he's sick as a dog too. So now I'm wondering what the hell.
Now I'm thinking, okay, it's probably something else entirely. Potentially the Beetle people.
Yeah, it could be the Beetle people because we had to rule out the tall guy because it ended up just being 3 clowns on top of each other's shoulders in a large trench coat. So that can't be them. All right, Frank. Call me back when you can.
It turned out to be 3 clowns. Fooled by the old 3 clowns in the trench coat at a construction site.
Man. A construction site? That's a typical thing you have to deal with when you're in a construction
site. A classic high school prank.
Classic, yeah. They're all 14-year-old clowns. Very young. I didn't know clowns started this early, Frank. All right. Call me back.
And then the next message, he's like, hey, Frank, did you ever do the clown prank when you were in high school? Because he's just like talking.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say the next call is brrring. It's just honk honk. He's like, all right, Frank, I'm a clown now. I'm not going to be able to finish the job. I am going to the circus. I wish you all the best, buddy. He's like, I'm making a bunch of pies right now to put in people's faces. I think the crew's getting a big laugh out of it. All right, Frank, talk to you next time.
Good video. I like that. Very safe. Stolen Tongue was long. It was good though. Chris Chandler's full story. Making fun of Kyle from Baraska.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. What's
Kimber,
wrong?
your mom is just being put in the ground. It's not a big. What's wrong, baby? What's going on?
What's wrong?
Yo, what the hell? Did you see that open casket? You see that open casket? Dude, your mom's bloated. It's weird.
Bro, why does her body look like that? She's all gross and mangled.
Yo, her eyes look all buggy. It's weird, Kimber. What the hell's going on with you, though?
Damn. They turned extremely horrible, pretty much. I don't even want to know if I want to spoil it because it is a good read, but it's just terrible. Yeah. Just to Killer the anime. I like this one. I saw this one before on my other account, but yeah, this is great. I like this one.
So he played with the kids for a while until he heard a noise, a weird rolling noise. Then it hit him. Randy, Troy, and Keith all jumped over the fence on their skateboards. Like, it goes from just like him fantasizing shooting children to the gang's here.
Randy and his goons hover the fence, and all hell's about to break loose here.
And then it says, "Hello, Jeff, is it?" He said. "We have some unfinished business."
So anime. I think we're even. I beat the crap out of you, and you got my brother sent to JDC.
They're making those weird like moaning noise to themselves as the other's talking.
Hello, Jeff, is it? He said, and he pushes up his glasses or whatever with his pinky, and he's like, "We have some unfinished business."
God, that's so good. All right, chat. It's getting late. You gotta be Drake got caught again. No.
So recently there's been this thing going around with Drake, and I suppose old footage of him being put in a weird position to where he has a girlfriend, not a girlfriend, but like a friend that's a girl, a streamer that he knows by the name of Snow, S-N-O-H. Apparently she's like an 18-year-old girl on the Monkey app. I talked about this in my previous videos. It's like another Omegle, another tiny chat, basically like a randomized chat room video website where you can scroll from the next person to the next person, you know, talking to random people online. Now, obviously, as we know, there's a lot of creepy ass dudes always jacking off. Buddy always got hairy ass arms and chest. I'm sorry, like this shit is traumatized. Like, why are people out here on websites? And James Charles was recently,
bro,
and chest. I'm sorry, like this shit is traumatized.
This fucker's built like a damn fuck, what's it called? Candy corn. There you go. God really hated man's dude. That's him, dog. Shiza.
Like, why are people out here on websites? And James Charles was recently caught up in this too. Gooning in front of random people, like random people in a digital slot machine. You don't know who you're gonna get, what flavor they're gonna come in, what age they might be, but you're just stroking your bruh. Anyway, apparently according to this post, they say, and this was in Kendrick Lamar's community, of course, but they said Drake joined this deleted stream with a streamer called Snow, an 18-year-old girl on Monkey app. This streamer does, and I quote, revenge prawn. She made girls, including minors, allegedly flash their private parts without them knowing they were being recorded, comma, Drake praised her on stream before also. So one thing I want to make clear is the fact that, like I said in my last video, a lot of you parents need to keep your kids offline. Like, anything is possible. With a camera and an internet connection, anything is possible, bro. But apparently, you can't control your kids all the time. But yeah, the video I'm about to show is blurred for legal purposes, and because we're not entirely sure of the ages of everybody within this video. Allegedly, though, there were minors that this 18-year-old woman by the name of Snow were baiting into flashing themselves on stream, and I believe she's a kick streamer. Check it out.
Bro, so is she like what's his face? The Riot LOL or some shit like that? Jesus, why the fuck does Kick have so many fucking like pedophile-esque people? Like, holy shit. It's starting to feel like there's like a lot less pedophiles and a lot more fucking, there's a lot more pedophiles than there is like streamers in that bitch. Holy fuck.
Solidify this friendship and flash each other. What do you think? I'm streaming. No, I wouldn't get you to flash.
So obviously that was a lie. The chick clearly asks, "Are you streaming?" She says, "No, I wouldn't get you to flash and stream. That's rude." Not only is it rude, but I'm pretty sure it's illegal, right?
Hey girl, you're so pretty. How old are you? Thank you. Let me see you. You're so pretty. You want to flash each other? Hey girl, you're so pretty. I love me a BBW. Let me get a
What the
How big? Like, what size are you? 42 WD. I've never seen that. Can I see it visually? Can I see that juicy as a jiggle? No, but why? Can I see you doing jumping jacks with your shirt off? No problem. You're so pretty. Wow. How old are you? I'm pretty too. I'm 18. You want to zip down your shirt until your boobs flop out?
I'm sorry, but what? Did she really just say, "Do you want to zip down your shirt till your boobs flop out?" Like,
Bitch, what? Bitch, what?
I'm genuinely at a loss for words. The fact that she said that so casually, so nonchalantly, so normally has me questioning if this is satire or not.
You too. Should we show each other out? You could just like have your thumb on. Do you want to flash each other? Should we show each other, bro? I feel like we could build a strong friendship if we flash each other. Are you guys friends? Yeah. It looks really good. Have you guys ever tried making out or compared boob sizes? You want to flash each other because we both have some bad juicy boobs? That looks really good though. Can you do that again? You don't even have to show me your
So I'm not gonna lie, she's basically a predator. She's an online predator. The fact that she's doing this at all is crazy to me. Because number one, she's a woman, so she should understand that this is creepy as hell. If this were a guy doing this,
I'm pretty sure this is like a deepfake guy or some shit. No shot that there's a woman actually doing this.
she'd understand how she would feel. Secondly, she's a woman, so she understands that other women are going to be more comfortable with her. And she also understands that she wouldn't want to be secretly filmed or streamed while potentially flashing yourself in front of thousands of people while this person is streaming. Like, that is crazy. These girls, you know how girls are, right? Girls do borderline gay shit.
Or is this fucking Ryan Littlewell's girlfriend? Because I know that he had one that was pretty much defending his actions and shit, saying that the girls were whores and deserved it or some fucking dumb shit like that.
all the time while being the most straight people in the world. I'm sorry, it's just like a double standard. Like, women can be bi-curious with each other all the time, like 24/7. Really. They can kiss each other, they can flash each other, they can do the most lesbianist type shit ever and still have 100% attraction to men. It's just like fun for them. But because she's a woman, she understands that, and she understands women are more secure in the sexuality in that aspect, right? That she can utilize that aspect and that trust for the sisterhood to get them to flash, to get them to do things on stream they otherwise wouldn't do for a random ass guy on the other side. So it's just creepy as hell, especially considering that allegedly these may be minors, which would be crazy as hell to me because that would just be a federal crime, my guy. That would be like internationally federal crime. I don't. I don't think she would be dumb enough to do that while she's streaming to thousands of people on a website like Kick, knowing that these people are below the age of 18. Not only is it illegal, I believe, to do it for adult women, but it would 100% be illegal in most countries to do this with teenage girls online in front of thousands of people in the chat. Like, that would just seem crazy to me. And the fact that Drake is tied up with a person like this, he can't control her actions. But the fact that she's associated with him only makes him that much worse with the Kendrick Lamar beef that just happened.
Okay, first stand up and can I see your outfit? Well, let me see the stand. Just stand.
And then act surprised when someone actually does it.
Your boobs look big. Let me see. I jinxed you. I see you only flash. So come on. Okay, I guess. All right.
Oh, so this is what the what's the name of the dude? Kick Predator. Oh, what the fucking reaction? I know that that's something about chickens.
Yo, can I show you a
Then number 2.
This?
Was this about snow? Or is this about someone else?
Alright, so recently there's been...
How big? Like, what size are you? 40?
It's just like fun for them. But because she's a woman, she understands. In most countries, to do this with teenage, that much worse with the Kendrick Lamar beef that just happened.
Okay, first stand up and can I see your outfit? Well, let me see the stand. Just stand.
And then act surprised when someone actually does it.
Your boobs look big. Let me see. I jinxed you. I see you only flash. So come on. Okay, I guess. All right, you got me.
What the fuck?
I just did not think she would do that.
But then does this.
That's my first appearance on Monkey.
And she ends up collabing with one of the biggest celebrities to surprise people on the Monkey app with.
Oh no, not Aubrey Graham. Drake, I'm not sure if this is new. I swear to God, there's no way in hell that this could be new. It has to be an old ass clip from like a couple years ago. Because there's no way in hell Drake would be dumb enough, just coming off the heels of the Kendrick Lamar beef, in the height of the most negativity for his brand, the most hate he's ever received in his entire career, trying to collab with somebody like Snow. He knows that, obviously. He's too smart for that. I refuse to believe he would ever do that. Be that killer. Clearly, with the whole Kendrick Lamar thing and the allegations, and I believe some of the old footage in Toronto from when he was like 21, 22, 23 on stage with a fan, and the people that's been referenced around him and all that having cases, this shit just makes him look that much more worse.
Hi. So for anyone that said that it was a fake person, that looks pretty real to me. Can you do this? I need that as a clip, you guys.
Alright, I have to go get ready, honey.
Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bro, guess who just came? You got.
Not gonna lie, bro. As a man, the only reason I'm probably showing up on an 18-year-old girl stream on a lame ass website like Monkey when I'm worth millions of dollars is because I'm probably interested in her. I'm sorry, unless she's like my girl or we're in a relationship or she's like a family friend or something. Aside from,
No,
like,
he right. He's right.
It's likely I'm on stream with her as one of the largest hip hop celebrities in the world because I want to smash. Like, what other reason could there be for me trying to be on stream with an 18-year-old girl outside of being a family friend, a niece, a potential brand ambassador, somebody I'm trying to sign to my label, trying to make money off of them, aside from trying to be in there like swimwear? And I didn't see Drake really engaging with any of the people on stream. Now, this clip is edited, obviously, and a lot of people are saying that this clip was fake, and in fact, it was deleted from a lot of sources. So I'm not entirely sure of the reliability of all of this. Just in case, as a disclaimer, this is all alleged. I'm not trying to be sued by Aubrey Graham, OVO Records, any label records, Warner, Republic Records, Universal, or any of these label execs. I'm just reporting what's on the internet. I'm too broke for this. I'm too broke for a lawsuit right now. But yeah, here we have other screenshots posted by this random Twitter user by the name of Sun. They said, so this happened today. 16,000 viewer rate from the Rothsteins. Then 600 gifted from the GOAT himself. Literally speechless right now. And apparently this was June 23rd, 2023. ONFGGHGSHDH. Don't know what that means. At Drake, Kick Streaming, Steak, Trainwrecks, Aiden Ross. Holy shit. Then I guess they also sent her out some streaming equipment from Kick, Drake, Aiden Ross, and all them. And Drake also follows her. So no, listen, man, this may all be taken out of context. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but if this is a streamer that Kick, Aiden Ross, Drake, and all them, you know, Steak is involved with that company as well, are trying to sign or has signed, are trying to like make as an industry plant, they need to tell her to clean up her content because that is just not a cool way to rise to the top. Like, that's gonna catch back up with you. And for some reason, she was just out here doing this type of stuff. Meanwhile, Drake pulled up, and unfortunately, this just got attached to his name. As for the revenge porn stuff, I have no idea, bro. That's gonna take a full-blown investigation. I'm not a police officer. I'm barely a journalist. Like, I just read stuff online. I report on stuff. I am not a detective. However, I will say though that I want to know your thoughts and opinions down below. Obviously, this video that's been going viral has divided a lot of people in the hip hop community, especially between the Drake and Kendrick communities and just like the music communities in general. You know, we don't really know what to think of this. Personally, me, I would have to drop Snow because she's just too much of a risk to my brand. You can't be out here doing this type of shit. Like, bruh, crazy ass times we're living in.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I know. I got
like
fucking banned for that shit.
Join the Discord down below. And until next time, everybody, stay safe out there.
Alright, fellas. That's gonna do it for me. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you for a little bit probably tomorrow. Anyways, bye.